Hello and welcome to Bitcoin Dorks, your go-to channel for all things related to cryptocurrency markets and news. In today's video, we will be discussing the recent retreat of Bitcoin for the third straight day and its current position on a key support level. As reported by Seeking Alpha, Bitcoin has experienced a decline in value for the past 3 days, with its current value sitting at a key support level. This news may come as a surprise to some, as Bitcoin has been on a bit of a bullish run in recent weeks, with many investors hoping that this trend would continue. However, as we know, the cryptocurrency markets can be extremely volatile and subject to sudden changes in value. The recent dip in Bitcoin's value may be a result of a number of factors, including market uncertainty, regulatory changes, or changes in investor sentiment. Despite this dip, it is important to note that Bitcoin's overall value has still increased significantly over the past year, with many investors remaining bullish on its long-term potential. In fact, some analysts predict that Bitcoin could eventually reach a value of $100,000 or more in the coming years. Of course, as with any investment, there are risks involved in investing in Bitcoin, and it is important to do your own research and make informed decisions. That being said, many experts believe that Bitcoin has the potential to be a valuable asset for those who are willing to take on the risks involved. So, what does this recent dip in Bitcoin's value mean for investors? Well, for some, it may be seen as an opportunity to buy Bitcoin at a lower price, with the hope of selling it for a higher value in the future. For others, it may be seen as a sign of caution, and they may choose to hold off on investing until the market stabilizes. Also, the decision to invest in Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency is a personal one that should be made after careful consideration of your own financial situation and risk tolerance. So, what can we expect from Bitcoin in the coming days and weeks? Well, as always, it is difficult to predict with certainty how the markets will behave. However, many analysts remain optimistic about Bitcoin's long-term potential and believe that it could continue to increase in value over time. Another potential factor is investor sentiment. The cryptocurrency markets are often driven by investor sentiment, with positive sentiment leading to increased investment and higher values, while negative sentiment can lead to declines in value. For example, news reports or social media posts that paint a negative picture of a particular cryptocurrency or the cryptocurrency markets as a whole can lead to a decline in value as investors become more cautious. In addition to market uncertainty and investor sentiment, there are also technical factors that can impact the value of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. For example, changes to the underlying technology that powers Bitcoin or changes to the way that transactions are processed could impact the value of the cryptocurrency. On the other hand, the value of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies is driven by a complex range of factors, and it can be difficult to predict with certainty how the markets will behave in the short term. That being said, many experts remain bullish on the long-term potential of Bitcoin and believe that it could continue to increase in value over time. So, what does all of this mean for investors who are considering investing in Bitcoin? Well, as with any investment, it is important to do your own research and make informed decisions based on your own financial situation and risk tolerance. If you do decide to invest in Bitcoin, it is important to be aware of the risks involved, including the potential for sudden changes in value and the fact that the cryptocurrency markets can be highly volatile. It is also important to stay up to date with news and developments related to Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency markets as a whole. Another important factor to consider when investing in Bitcoin is its supply and demand dynamics. As we know, Bitcoin has a finite supply, with only 21 million Bitcoins that can ever be created. This means that as demand for Bitcoin increases, its value could potentially increase as well. Moreover, some experts believe that the current macroeconomic climate, which is characterized by low interest rates and significant government spending, could lead to increased demand for alternative investments like Bitcoin. This is because Bitcoin, like gold, is often seen as a hedge against inflation and a store of value. In fact, some high-profile investors and corporations have recently invested in Bitcoin, further driving up demand and potentially contributing to its long-term value. For example, Tesla recently announced that it had invested $1.5 billion in Bitcoin and that it planned to accept Bitcoin as a form of payment in the future. Despite these bullish indicators, it is important to keep in mind that investing in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies is not without its risks. As we mentioned earlier, the cryptocurrency markets are highly volatile, and sudden changes in value can occur for a range of reasons. Furthermore, because the cryptocurrency markets are relatively new and largely unregulated, there is a risk of fraud, hacking, and other security issues that investors should be aware of. It is important to take steps to protect your investments, such as using secure wallets and exchanges and avoiding scams and phishing attempts. Overall, while Bitcoin's recent dip in value may be cause for concern for some investors, it is important to keep in mind that the cryptocurrency markets are still relatively new and subject to a range of factors that can impact their value. By staying informed, doing your own research, and making informed decisions, you can potentially benefit from the long-term potential of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. So, that's all for today.